What is up, you guys? What's up? Welcome to the Metal Mob Season 2, Episode 2. What's going on? I got Cartier Silver with me today. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, my friend? How's everybody out there today? All the fellow mobsters.
Yeah, we got quite a few people out there already. Looks like LBS is out there in chat. We had Rural Stacker said catch you this tomorrow. Joseph Lopez is here. Saint Nick, Donna. How is everybody tonight? What's going on? Thanks for being here. We have 5 people here so far. So silver. Oh my God, back back to into the 83s again. Last time I checked,
Yeah,
what's it? Is it? We have a new update. Is it higher now?
I don't know. I didn't check. I just told you I got up, so
Yeah,
I was
no.
going to
So
check. But the last I knew, it was 83.30 something, and gold was almost 4,600.
I'm looking right now on Kitco. Yeah, so we'll find out here in a second. I'm looking on Kitco. Um, looks like Mandy Lee Rain is here. Welcome in. We have 10 people here now. Awesome. Looks like, let's see here, silver 83.38 right now on Kitco.
Wait,
And that is pretty sick. 83.38. So we were actually just talking about a silver coin. So LBS showed off a silver Korean uh, round, silver Korea round, and I showed you mine, and you actually said you had one too. Do you got yours handy?
yes, I do.
So that here, let me make you big.
There you go. MS69 91D. So they say like a commemorative coin for the Korean War.
Well, it does say $1 on it, so it is sovereign. So made by the U.S. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that is a nice coin. So a couple of new people in. FG's here. Bear is here, and Blue Collar Stacker is here. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. That
What's
was
going on,
a
guys?
nice. That is a nice coin. Vegas, how you doing? And so I'm going to show you mine now. So here's mine. So it's funny that I mentioned this, showed you mine, and you said, "Hey, I got one of those."
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I think I picked this one up off of Jenny Sweetheart, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. Or it could have been Auction Palooza. I'm like the two people that I buy from online.
So yeah, small world, right? Small world. We both have the same coin, same exact one that LBS has as well.
Right? Mobsters all got the same coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't be here today. Liberty couldn't be here today. He had to go out to California to take care of a thing.
Yeah. He had to go talk to a guy about a guy who needed to talk to about a thing.
But he'll be back next week.
Yeah. Vegas, welcome in. Nice to see you. Good evening. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, silver price, $83 right now, 83.38. Holy shit. She's no joke. How long do you think till we get to 100? Give me a guess.
Ah, shit, we're probably close to the end of the month, if not sooner.
You think so, huh? What about you,
It's
chat?
a possibility. What's that?
I said, what about you, chat? You said end of the month. End of the month, we think that we're hitting $100. I think it's going to happen sooner than that.
Well, we're gonna have to see what happens in the morning with the U.S. market because they're always going to try to squash it. It seems like every week now, they bring it right back down to where it was, but they're not going past it. I mean, they're always just 70 is like the new 30, the new 40, you know, which is good. And it'd be nice
Yeah,
to see one good drop, just so we can all pick up some more stuff cheap. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain either way.
Kitco does have it right now still at 83.33 right now for Kitco's price. So still not a bad price at all for silver.
And what's gold
What you,
showing? I know because it was almost 46.
honestly, I didn't even check for gold. Let me check. And that's crazy. That is nuts. Wow, wow. Give me what I need. Won't just give me the charts. What's going on here?
Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I've been sick all weekend, so you'll probably hear me hacking and coughing here once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My laptop's being funky with the keypad. 83.42 for silver right now. I don't know why it won't let me see gold. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, last time I saw gold was almost 4,600.
Yeah, she was getting close, and she's been pretty stagnant, for the past couple months. She hasn't moved much. Maybe she's trying to make a little bit of
No,
a
not
comeback again.
so gold. Yeah, gold really hasn't moved much at all. Um, I saw another silver channel today talking about how um, the bullion dealers were not expecting the run on copper that's been happening, and how there's none around because nobody expected it, which makes sense. I mean, it's copper, but I've been talking about it for a while. I would have expected it, but that's just me.
What is it now? Like almost, was it like
They're talking
$5 an ounce?
copper.
I thought it said.
It's like almost $6 an ounce or a pound,
Pound.
and it's not. It's not how much it's worth right now. It's the fact that everybody's ran to it because they were priced out of silver and they wanted to stack something, and that's exactly kind of the point I was getting at when I was talking about it. What happened to
Yeah, when you're just stacking and collecting, and something goes out of your reach for a while. I mean, if you're a hardcore stacker, I mean, you kind of get withdrawals. It's like, oh shit, I didn't buy anything this week. What the hell? You
1 pound of copper. I'll make it big.
Oh, Vegas is here too.
Ping the copper. The big bar to be pinging. But yeah, thank you for the bar, LBS. Alright, let's see if it'll ping.
Yeah, we should be getting another package from him tomorrow. Oh, she does have a nice little ping.
Yeah, so not bad. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. It's not, you know, I have been talking about copper. That is kind of all I've been really talking about a whole lot lately. But I just feel like maybe I was seeing something that nobody else was.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I know. I was just kind of talking
Have a
about
little.
LBS said in chat, copper, copper, copper. That's all you talk about, Humble, is copper. And you know, not that it's you know, it's worth all that much, but honestly, it's going to start, you know, it's going to be needed a whole lot more. And with what they found with the big rush to copper after everybody was starting to get priced out on silver, it's going to start selling a whole lot more. I guarantee it. You're not lying. I get it. I'm just saying. I'll be that tin hat foil guy right now talking about copper because nobody ever thought silver would be at $80 an ounce, 83 an ounce right now. It's crazy.
Now, I wonder how many people sold out, when it hit like 50 or so. Because I knew a few people who were talking about, oh, yeah, if it hits 50, I'm selling. I'm selling everything. Kind of feel silly now,
Oh yeah, but then when they say 50, they could also say I meant GSR or I meant $50 an ounce. I mean, whatever the case might be, but still, we're pretty close to 50. We're in the mid 50s right now for the GSR, if I'm not mistaken. Because gold hasn't really been moving much. Yeah, just about everybody is sold out on copper right now. The Anunnaki are coming for my copper.
I think I'm lagging here.
You might be. You might be. So has anybody in chat picked anything up? Have you picked anything up, Cartier?
No, I haven't picked up anything. All right, yeah, I was lagging. Holy shit, I was lagging a lot. No, I haven't picked up anything yet.
I have some silver in the mail that's on its way to me that I'm going to, it'll be part of my deep stack, but it will be silver that I've added to my stack.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of, I got some stuff coming from Liberty. I got Maryland coming. But, that was more of a swap off than anything else. It wasn't a purchase,
Yeah.
really.
FG, I'm not stacking copper. I'm just been talking about it, that's all. I'm not looking to buy copper. But I do know that he has a bunch of copper. I don't buy my copper. I just kind of acquire it, like I've been talking. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, copper sold out on just about every bullion dealership or dealer right now. Nobody has it. Uh, yeah, I was at the AMPM the other day, and the guy said that he bought 100 ounces of copper because it was priced out of silver.
Well,
I said, wow, wow. Um, I would have never done that. That's a lot of money to be spending on copper, but that's what he chose to do. So I would have spent. I would have spent a lot less. I bought a couple of ounces of silver, and if I wanted to buy a couple pieces of copper, then buy it. Hi, L. But still, that's a lot. I am not a copper pusher.
hello, Al. Good to see you. Blockers.
No, it's way overpriced when you're buying rounds and things like that. Trust me, when you buy a round like this and you're paying $2.49 for it, I mean you're paying like even ball guy money set at $1.99, you're paying like 458% premium, which is insane. So unless you were gonna buy it to flip it, I wouldn't be buying it at all. All I'm saying is that people were freaking out and they're gonna be flocking to something, and copper's shiny, it's still more affordable now, so don't be surprised if people start stacking copper. And it's gonna start going up in price, I guarantee you. I guarantee you, because of the demand. It's going to start going up, and the supply is going to start going up because we're going to need it a whole lot more for all this AI shit, EV shit. I mean, wiring is ran with copper. So,
Yep. You can't forget all our military shit as well.
yeah, I mean, don't forget, yeah. It is definitely going to be later, Liberty.
We've been growing our military. We've been selling, selling to other countries, helping supply, so it all comes from metals.
Looks like we got a couple more people in here. Jerry Parker, welcome in. And Blockos, what's going on? L, welcome in again. You guys,
What's going on, Jerry?
Thanks for coming in. Yeah, no, FG, I'm not stocking or stacking copper. I've been talking about it because I'm just saying that it could be the next metal people are gonna flock to, and it looks like it is. So, yeah, 14 likes, 14 in chat. Thank you all. Appreciate you. So, I replaced that silver with a couple of rounds. I've got, where did I put them? For the silver that I sent you. So I'm just gonna count whatever I stacked as my deep stack for that I'll never get rid of, but silver that I have in my stack. I don't know what the turtle. What did you send the turtle?
No, I haven't sent it yet. I'm
Okay.
still working on it.
All right. I'm sure it does, FG. I'm sure it does. So they still. I know how you do your stuff. I mean, really, you just charge them for what the silver will cost you to replenish it, and then a little extra for your labor and shipping. I mean, you really don't. Your margins are so small for both of you guys. Your margins are so small that when you pour something for somebody, that I mean, you don't make money at all.
You're not doing it to get rich. You're doing it because you like to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're not making money at
You know,
all. I mean, because of the
as long
cost
as
of
you
the
can
sand,
make,
the cost
make
of
enough to cover your
gas,
equipment, cover your sand, stuff like that.
yeah, the cost of gas. I mean, it's no joke. So, and I know FG uses gas and you use electricity, right?
Yeah, I'm on electric, but that still costs too. I mean, a
Oh,
little bit more than a toaster oven I'm cranking up.
for sure, for sure. I get it. I'm not doubting that at all. Stack Attack Wager, welcome in. Let me log on with my phone so I can make people that are not blue. Give me a second here. Yeah, I think FG said he gets about 6 or 7 pours. How many? You get like 6 or 7 pours out of a tank of gas. I think he said when I asked him, and that's not
Yeah,
bad.
I believe it was somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
I heard him telling you too. We were talking about it.
Yeah, I mean because that's interesting. I wanted to know.
We were talking about it.
Yeah, I mean because that's interesting. I wanted to know.
All right, 10 per tank.
10 per tank.
Yeah,
That's
it says 10 per tank.
I don't know why I got the number 7.
Well, the Blue Rhino tank is your common,
5
small
gallon.
round one that they use for barbecues. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not a
5
big
gallon
tank.
tank. 5 gallon barbecue tank. $18 per tank. 10 pours, so about $1 per 80 per tank. Wow. So 5 gallons, right? $18. So you're looking at what you were spending close to $3 a gallon, 3.10, something like that. Because it doesn't take a full 5 gallons. It takes like 4.8. I used to fill propane tanks. It's crazy. That is crazy cheap. And get me if I'm wrong. Which heats up faster, the electric or the gas?
Don't really know. Um, I've never
Okay,
worked with the gas,
never done
but
gas
I,
at
w-
all, right?
I would assume gas probably heat up quicker because you get much more of a concentrated heat automatically, where electric has to slowly warm up.
That's so awesome. I wish I could pour. I just don't have I don't have the means to do so. The area or anything else like that. I would love to pour. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Five
it's gonna be a fun
minutes.
thing to do. It's pretty challenging sometimes, but I mean, if you're just doing like simple stuff, I mean, it's a fun thing to do. Takes a little while to get used to the pouring itself. How to hold it right, how to get the angle right. When I first started pouring, I was redoing stuff over and then throw it back in the pot, throw it back in the pot, throw it back in the pot. Overspilt this, didn't fill this enough, splashed all over the pan. It was a nightmare. I almost gave up. I was like, shit. And then I finally hit it, and I was like, all right, now I got it. Now I got it.
Nice.
It takes a lot of practice. Got to stick with it.
Yeah, definitely something that I've always wanted to do, but never had the means to. But it sounds fun. I mean, taking something and then melting it down and creating something else. That's one thing I've always liked about forging. Like I created, I made a couple of knives on a forge, which was really fun to do, and I would definitely do it again. I had a really good time doing it. So, like forged in fires style in the forge, beating it with a hammer on an anvil. It was pretty fun. Sometimes you got those electric ones that you can heat up a minute or so in like 10 seconds. That is correct. I will hook up a low pressure tank and ignite it to warm up stuff, then switch over to high pressure tank and crank it up. That makes it faster, I'm sure. Preheat it so there's no direct heat directly on one spot to cause any more damage to the crucible. That's awesome. You with me still, brother?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. Yeah, I usually look. It usually takes me between a half hour, 45 minutes to let it get to a nice hot temperature. Because I pour it for high at 1150 Celsius.
Yeah. Well, that's quite the difference between the two. Then you
I like it nice and hot. I like that crucible being red hot, and it takes a while for that to happen. I mean, it can be melted inside, but if the whole crucible isn't like red hot, it starts cooling off as soon as you're pouring. You need it. You need to keep it hot all the way to the end.
yeah. That's that probably makes your style a lot more challenging when it comes to pouring. I would assume because of how you have to hold the heat all the way to the end like that. It takes so long to heat up in comparison to gas. That would probably be the only challenge that would be a whole lot more different, I would assume.
George, I'm not really sure what my electric bill is. My last place that I was living at, the landlord took care of the electric, so I didn't never had to worry about it. Here, you know, my roommate Christine has the electric in her name, but when I moved in, um, I gave her like $600 so she could have the electric actually switched over into her name instead of the landlord's name, and she's just been running off of that money, you know, for the electric and shit like that. So, but I think she said one time there was like a spike of like 25, like $25 because I poured it like all afternoon.
25 bucks for an afternoon's worth of pouring is not bad, though.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all because that sounds a lot like what FG would have been paying. You know what I mean? Because you paid 36 for two tanks. That's 20 pours. So how many pours do you get in your afternoon?
Oh God, it all depends on how much I want to pour. I mean, I'll pour 5 or 6 different items sometimes.
Okay. And that's because of how long it takes to heat up, right?
Yeah, well, once it's hot, the silver will go quick. I mean, once you got it nice and cherry red hot, you drop a piece of silver in there. Especially if you already have melted silver in there, it just you can watch it melt. It just soaks right down in there, so it doesn't take long at all. It's just the initial heat up is what really takes some
So
time.
once the crucibles once the forge is warm and the crucible's warm, even if you drop a cold piece of silver in, it doesn't take long to melt.
No,
Oh, okay, well that's cool. That's cool. So I was thinking that after every time you put a piece in there, it would take a while longer to warm up. Not the complete time from cold, but definitely longer to warm up. But if it's
Yeah,
fast, then that makes it cool.
yeah, because I think one of the last pours I did, I think I poured like 3 or 4 things at one time, and I was short, on one of the molds that I made. I ran out because I think it was I don't remember. I, I forget what piece it was, but it took a lot more than I thought it was going to take. So I just threw some more silver in there, and I just gave it a few minutes. And while that was heating up, I went over and I took apart the molds that I just poured. Gave them a dip, showed them off. Had my video still going. By the time I was done with that, my stuff was already melted, so I
Oh,
could go right back to pouring.
that's cool. That's cool. Easy turnaround, especially after it's already warm. Like I said, I thought it was going to take long. I thought it would take longer to warm up, but
Well, FG's been busy.
yeah, yeah. See that? 8 pours a
Eight
day
pours a
for the
day
past
for the
few
past
days.
few days.
Yeah, he's putting
He's
in the
living
work.
in the shop.
I'm not quite sure, Lo. I would definitely email him again just to make sure. Unfortunately, he was only able to stop by and chat for a little bit. He couldn't come up today. He's doing some family stuff. So
But he'll be back next week, and
but yeah,
next week we'll be giving away that Pac-Man piece that I'm putting up.
yeah,
We were gonna
awesome
we are gonna
piece.
wait till next week because LB has this whole thing set up for the wheel, so he can win on that. So we want him to be able to do that. He went through the time to figure it all out.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I want him to definitely be part of that and to be leading the pack on that for sure. Let's see here. Silver at 83.59. It is just going up and up. I'm telling you, 83.67. Excuse me. Update. It's just rising. It's not going to stop. I'm telling you, $100 by easily by the end of the month. Easily.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
So what we got for Buck and Goes? George, I know you want a Buck and Go. I know you always do. You always do, George. Um, let's see here. I don't have anything, man. I'm sorry. But I was thinking about maybe giving away a dime tonight. What about you, Cardi? Are you thinking about giving away anything? I can give away a dime. I wanna keep chat happy. I want you guys to have a good New Year on me. Um, so I'm gonna give away some silver tonight, and you don't have to, Cardi. I was sprung that on you, not by any means. You don't have to, but I'm gonna give away a couple of dimes tonight. So let's do hashtag dime in the chat for you guys. That's just something I wanted to do here. So hashtag dime.
Yeah, here's the Pac-Man card. This will be going next week when Liberty gets back.
Yeah, so next week, hold on, let me put that up there again.
And that is number 2 of 250.
That's what's going away next week, you guys.
Comes with a card.
That's a 1 ounce, right?
Yeah, it's 1 ounce.
That is next week's giveaway, you guys. So you guys make sure that you go to LBS's short and comment on it so he can pull your name to qualify for that givey.
2 of 250. You can't beat that.
You got 21 people in there. See how many people are in the givey.
Awesome.
We only have 11 people in the givey, 21 people in the room. You guys get in the givey. Get in the givey. There's only 12 people in there. Let's go.
Right? It's free. Free silver.
Yeah, can't complain about a free dime. 13 people. So we got 14 people in there.
Yeah, Joseph, until all this stuff settles out, you're going to find a lot of people who are not going to give you spots. You're going to be paying under spot till silver levels out, because they're taking a gamble too. It's like, oh, I'm going to buy it at 82, instead of 83, and then it's going to drop down to 70 again. So I mean, once it's not on a nice even keel, you'll see that the spot price won't be so bad. Far under spot as it is right now. That's why I mean it's ridiculous to even sell right now. Unless you're going to swap out, for some gold or something like that. OC, he's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Oh, we got 15 people in there. We'll give them another minute or so before we pull it.
Jump on in there, OC. Put your hashtag dime in there.
No, he's already did it. Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
I missed him.
Yeah, he said he's on the phone with Surfer. That's cool. All right, you guys, we had 22 people watching, 15 people in the giveaway. You guys got yourself about another 15 seconds or so, and I'm going to pull that thing. Lots of people here tonight. 21 in chat. Thank you all for being here. Chilling with us, talking about metals. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to pull this thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good luck to the winner. Let's go. Let's see who's going to win it. FG Stacker winning himself a dime. Let's go, FG.
Way to go, buddy.
Congrats. Yes, this is definitely the place to be, George. Yep, congrats, FG. I got your address and stuff. But do email me what you won, please. I already sent one. I don't have a sticker anymore, but I already sent a chip to Melody to send to East End Dave. But I will send you one to send to him to give to somebody else.
Yeah, we should be getting mob stickers tomorrow.
Yes, mob stickers. I can't wait. I got my mob stickers already.
Yeah, mine will be coming with Maryland. Supposed to be here tomorrow.
They go, see. But yeah, I got mine with my pack. Did a mail call on it. It's pretty cool. Got my 1 pound bar and got some LBS swag. Finally put him up on the board.
Oh,
Packer with the win. Rope Stacker's in the house. What's going on, Rope Stacker?
looks like OC wants to come up. So
Yeah, I put a link out there. I know my chat is live.
oh,
Waiting for him to click on it so I can invite him up.
yeah, it might be in the green room.
Right here, continuous favorable stacker. Oh. Yeah, long-lived coins. All right. So, anyways, gold. I didn't see the gold prices. Silver still holding at 83.67. No, 84.35 for silver right now.
Sweet. Silver sticks.
Holy crap, silver is on a run. That's nuts.
Well, we've all been saying it.
Oh, I know. Well, we were all crazy for saying it. I'm just glad it's happening. It's about time. All that
Yeah,
faith we had in
it's taken a long time.
gold at
Granted, I only
45.
got into this. I only got into this a few years ago. I haven't been stacking as long as most other people out there, but going back and looking at the history of silver's performance, it's been a long time. This is way overdue.
Yeah, it is overdue. It is. I'm just glad I was able to add as much as I did. I just wish I could have added more, but of course, I think we all do.
Oh yeah,
But still,
hindsight.
I'm way better off than a lot of people. A lot of people. GSR is back to 54. 54 to 1. That's right, Nikki. The prices are nuts right now. Oh, you're good, George. It was close enough to, in my opinion, anyways. We had 26 people, 23 likes. You guys all rock. Thank you. Nikki
Good
Stacks.
crowd tonight.
What was that?
It's a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, active. Looks like OC is ready to come up. What's up, bro?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Just watching the market go crazy.
Right? It's been a wild day. We'll see what happens in the morning when our freaking market opens. See how much they try to squash it.
Yeah, watch the Americans walk in and knock it back down again, all the profit takers.
Well, last week when they knocked it down, they only knocked it down for a couple of days before it was back to where it was at the start of the week. They just knocked it down during the week. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. It did bounce back okay, but we'll see how she goes tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to say, brother. I wasn't. I mean, it's so I never try to sit here and try to predict what's going to happen or how the market's going to react when it opens up. But I can certainly tell you that wasn't, dude. It's up $4.49 right now.
Yeah, I know it's nuts.
I mean, it's
It's gone up. It's gone up $2 since almost $2 since we started the show.
That's crazy. So, do you want me to? So, the reason I jumped on, I thought about maybe sharing a story with you guys that I've been working on since yesterday at 6 o'clock in the evening. Considering a pretty large purchase.
Tell us a story, Uncle Stalker.
Yeah, there you go. So I had a customer call me at 6 o'clock yesterday evening saying that he has 3 boxes of kilos. Each box has 15 kilos in it. So he's got 45 kilos of silver, 2 of them that are unopened, one that is open, a monster box of buffaloes, and 3 tubes of eagles that he wants to sell to me so that he can go buy a bunch of eagles from somebody that's trying to dump off of him that wants to get completely out of silver. So he goes, "Hey, if you can be at my house tomorrow with 150,000 cash, you can have all my stuff." So I was basically buying the buffaloes at $76 an ounce and the kilos at $75 an ounce. So I said,
Nice.
"Dude, I don't have that kind of juice on a Saturday night for a Sunday delivery, and the guy's 3 hours away from me." So I said, "Look," I said, "if you can wait till Monday when the bank's open, we can do something." But he's got to wait for the guy that's selling the Eagles to commit. So the guy commits, but then the market opens like this, and he calls me tonight and says, the deal's off. The silver is going up too much. He wants to negate out of the deal. So spending two
Oh,
days trying to put all this together, and I said, "Hey, look, dude, I'm committing to the price. I'll pay it, but you just gotta wait for me." And I said, "If you would take an ACH or a check or any other form of payment, we can do the deal now. But the guy absolutely has to have cash." And I said, "Well, I don't even know any coin stores that have that coin stores or LCSs that have that kind of juice on a moment's notice."
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money to just fork over right away.
And the guy that I'm dealing with knows this. We've done some deals in the past, but he wants to. He's got an opportunity apparently to get some Eagles at a pretty good price. I said, "That's none of my business. My business is with you and what I can do for you so that you can make your deal." So long story short, you know, with the marketing opening, I said, if it opens below, I will still stay committed, but you have to stay committed until I can get up there and get you the cash. And he wouldn't do it. So
Bummer.
that's what I was on the phone with. I was just on the phone with Surfer talking about it, and it's just crazy. These people that call us with these, we get fantastic deals, but they want us to stop what we're doing and drive 3 hours to go make it happen, and have unrealistic goals.
Yeah, that's a really short time frame too to put that kind of cash together.
Yeah, yeah,
It
and not
almost
to
makes
mention,
you want,
and
and I get that 2 of the boxes were sealed, and it was probably a legit deal, but still, that still throws one huge red flag to me how rushed he was.
well, even though I never rush into anything anyhow. If I can make it happen, I'll make it happen. But I told him, I said, I go, and I'm gonna break open because it doesn't matter to me if it's a sealed box of kilos or not. I'm still breaking it open and I'm testing them because if I'm gonna sell it to you or to somebody else, my reputation's on the line.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would
So
definitely tested everything too.
Surfer just went out and bought this $4,000 machine for us to test all these big bars because we had the Long Beach Coin Show coming up in February. So we upped our game as far as having all the testing equipment ready. But
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so like Brooke Stacker said, or like OC Stacker saying, I mean, everybody in chat is saying that high pressure deals are normally schemes or scams. Not that you would have been scammed, but I'm sure you've had to do things on a fast timeline before, but that was just, I would have been a little more cautious. You know what I
well, I
mean?
am. I mean, I'm,
You
I'm
were,
always cautious. I'm always cautious, and I always test everything. I'm not worried about my ability to know if it's real or not. My thing is when you have expectations of cash on a Saturday night at 6 o'clock. What orifice of my body would you like me to pull that out of to make that
yeah,
happen?
yeah,
There's
it's
no
not like
business. There's no business
open
that's
safe.
open to get that kind of money from.
Yeah. Well, just go to your safe, OC. I know you got the stacks in there. Pull
No,
out, pull out
nope.
15, pull out 15, $10,000 bands and let's go.
I don't roll like that, brother. I keep about 10 grand here for working capital, but anything this big, dude, I don't keep that at my house. Are you kidding me? What kind of an idiot do you take me for? You know, it's just like the silver I have here is the silver I accumulate, and then once every couple of weeks I go stuff it in at the
A
storage
special
facility.
place.
No, yeah, well, I mean, I keep stuff here. But my deep stack is not here. So if whatever they get out of my house is what I can afford to lose, is how I look at it.
Yeah. You can't
Which
keep all your eggs in one basket.
no, I have more silver and pours than I do coins or anything else around my house. So
That's quite the story, though, OC. Yeah, those are pretty unrealistic expectations
Yeah.
from
yeah,
that guy.
He should have locked in once you guys made a deal. Not
well,
renege on.
the problem was he goes, "Hey, I need you to say locked in, and I need the money by Sunday." I said, "I got no problem locking it in, but I'm telling you that I can't come up with the cash and be 3 hours away on a Sunday. I have no place to go get that money." I said, "Now, if you want to do an ACH, I can do that from my phone, but I can't do it, in the 11th hour." And then he said, like I said, then he goes, "Well, I'll give you till Monday to get it done." I said, "Well, as long as the banks have the cash, then we're good to go." But most of the times uh, when it's that big, you have to order it in, and it sometimes between 3 and 7 days before the bank even gets that kind of money even into their facilities.
I was a vault at a bank, and I only held 250 on me. I was the main person that had all the cash. Everybody else only had working capital, about 15 on them.
Yeah,
So but yeah, I only held 250. So when people think that you can go into a bank and unless it's a big national world bank and you prep the sale because they don't carry that much cash on them either,
yeah,
you have to have that much ordered in, and they really would rather not give out that much cash. They would rather give you like 50,000 and then the rest in the cashier check or some shit like that.
yeah.
They prefer that.
And most people think that I work with that kind of liquid facility. I don't. I work off a line of credit. I'm not taking my personal money investing it like that. All my money stuff is all invested. So the stuff that I do, my flipping, this is my side hustle. This is what I do to have fun and meet people and bring deals to everybody. If I'm writing something this big, it's going against my line of credit. I flip it and pay my line of credit right back. So
Yeah, because the bit of whatever you pay on it is only for that small little fraction of a time, and if you've got it liquid to do like that, that's cool because you can flip it that quick. But I mean, still, that's still a big hunk of change to be just moving around pretty quick.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
FG Stacker says I'm coming off on an echo. Do you guys hear an echo with me?
I don't.
I'm
I
not
don't.
hearing it.
If you're hearing an echo, maybe close out and come back in. Anybody
No.
else hearing an echo with OC?
Hey, what's going on, Daryl? USA, good to see you, brother.
Stack Attack Wager came in. How you doing? How you doing, Raspberry?
What's going on, Daryl? How you been, brother?
What's going on?
Yeah, but like I said, I want to do these deals, and I enjoy doing them because then I can pass these deals off to you guys. Like if I'm buying it at 75 and it's $5 back, I can sell it at $2 and $3 back and still make a decent spread and give everybody a sweet deal. So
Yeah. Well,
that's what
that's
we're
how
trying to do here.
that's our
But this is
goal, right?
I'm kind of giving you guys a behind the scenes negotiation that I have to go through, and not to mention I probably have no less than probably 30 texts, probably closer to 40 over the from last night at 6 until today. Trying to lock up a deal. I said, look, Here again, brother, I'm locking in. I'll pay it, but you have to give me time to go fetch the cash if that's the only way you're gonna take payment.
Ethan, that's a nice coin, but I look at stuff. It's just an ounce of silver, so it really depends on how bad you want it and how much you're paying for it. That's how I look at it, anyways.
Do you guys want my 2 cents on anything slab that's bullion?
Well, this is the 1 ounce West Point Eagle that he's talking about. But yeah, go ahead.
You know, I don't care what it is. If it shows up to my booth, I'm either paying spot or below on anything that's like that. There's specialty coins like the V70. You know, that's one thing. I understand that. And then the ones that they're coming out right now, the Army, Marine, and Navy, I get all that. But anything other that's older, West Point, first release, early edition, uh, COVID relief fund stamping on there, the guy's signature from the mint. 99% of the people don't even know who these people even are to begin with their signatures on there. So why would you buy a premium on something that at the end of the day is worth what market value is on the silver?
Well, you
That's
told
why.
me that you were going to take that gold piece that I sent you, and you said you were going to break her out.
I did.
Yeah.
It's already done. Yeah. Uh, Slab
So
bullion is
oh,
exactly
she's
that.
like me. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't like slabs either.
Now, now there's exceptions to the rules. Now, do I have the flowing hair, the silver, uh, metal, and the gold one in a match set with matching numbers from PCGS? Yes, I do, because there's value in that. That's something different. But if you're going to go buy an eagle or a buffalo and have it slabbed, or even buying a proof for that matter, you're just making the people that are making it more money and paying for it that way. At the end of the day, I got people come in with slab coins and bullion all day long. Hey guys, I know it's an eagle, it's beautiful. Yes, it's BU like everything else I get anyhow. But at the end of the day, when I go sell it, people are just like me. They only want to pay spot or a couple of dollars above spot. Especially nowadays with the going up, with the prices going as crazy as it is, I don't know a bloody soul that is taking a $4,500 eagle and getting $4,600 or $4,700 for it. I don't know one buyer. Zero. I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys.
Especially because they're in. Next week it could drop right back down. So I mean, with everything being so volatile the way it is, I mean, it keeps steadily going up, but there's a good chance that it could drop drastically.
So yeah, so here's the difference in our negotiations. Had we opened the market open today and it opened $3 below, these guys, my phone will be ringing off the hook with these guys with this, with the 45 kilos and the monster box of buffaloes. Hey, are you still committing at 50, at 75? Are you? Come on, you said you would buy it, and I do. If you're only as good as your word, and I told him I would lock it in, but he told me all or nothing. I said, well, I will buy it all. I just can't give it. I can't buy it by Sunday. You're gonna have to wait until the bank's open. I can go get money. Well, then the deal's off. But if it was reversed, my phone would be blowing up off the hook. Trust me.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
And I understand the game. We all want to make the money at it, but do you think it's worth taking advantage of somebody with a price drop like that and expect them to be there next time you want to sell something? All these people say that
Yeah.
they're gonna run to their LCSs when it hits 100. Okay, the first 3 or 4 people that get there are going to get their money. After that, you're going to have to wait in line or take a check or wait till funds come in. And by that time, the market could drop or something could happen. So,
Yeah. I mean,
or if they buy it at 100 and it takes down to 80 or 75 or whatever, you know, there's no rationale to the bank. There's nothing to base it off other than we know it's going to be going up, but we just don't know how fast. These 2, 3, 4, $5 days are unprecedented days. That's never happened in the entire lifetime of me being a bullion dealer and stacking since 1970. Only in the last year, have I seen things I've never seen before in my life. So,
Well, I don't doubt that at all. This has been a crazy year for bullion.
So what's happening is we're basically getting a capital rotation on the people, stackers like all of us here tonight on this channel, chatting, listening to what we have to say. This isn't the future. The future is going to be these people that are in crypto that made good money, and the marketplace is even getting more unsteady. They're all going to get out while the getting's good, and they're looking to get into what we're doing right now. So it's
Yeah,
going
and
to be
where do
an
you think they're
entirely
going to go?
different. It's not going to be Cardi Silver or Stack That Gold or anybody else. It's going to be, my phone's going to be ringing. Hey Jeff, your number was given to me. Oops, shoot, I said my first name again. Oh well. Anyhow,
Sorry.
hey OC Stacker, hey, it's this is my friend. He made it big in crypto. He wants to buy as much gold as you want to sell. And I tell people I no longer sell out of my own private stack. I only flip now what I can accumulate, and if I can't accumulate it, then I don't sell it. But I'm not going to sell myself short or sell my stack out, and then something happened and I can't replace it, or I price myself out of the marketplace. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know, let's be real, right? I mean, that would just be foolish. Um, but yeah, I can't wait for because it's gonna boom even more than it has been. This is just I think it's still a lot more growing to go.
Well, they said if it hit 75 and it stayed there or didn't fluctuate much below it, and it stayed there for I'm going to say probably 3 weeks to a month, which we're kind of knocking on that door. They said that's basically the new floor for the bottom for it to crawl up to 100. So the people that were saying that happens, then they were correct.
I'm thinking 100 by the end of the month. Is what I was thinking.
In 20 more days, 19 more days, whatever it is.
Yeah, man. With the $4 shift right now, I don't know. I'm being
Well,
optimistic.
we can dream. We can dream.
Well, no. So this is what I say. Your thinking isn't irrational, because let's just take right now, for instance, this time and place that we're talking right now, this second. As of now, market opening at 3 o'clock, our everybody's time, it is up $4.33. Now, if we want to take $4, let's just take an average of $4 times the next 19 days. Your prediction is not unrealistic. So
No,
that,
absolutely
that's
not.
so that's why I say I don't discredit what people when they say that, because you're making a justifiable assumption given what's happening on a daily basis in the gold and silver spot price.
Yeah, just the problem with that is really, I mean, it is
The
kind of
U.S.
hard.
market.
I get that, but when it starts to get that way, I mean, I'm already seeing the price of goods like, I mean, bread's even more expensive than it usually is when I'm at the store.
How much
So,
longer do we think? How much longer do we think Costco's gonna be selling hot dogs for $1.50?
well, they actually said in their business plan they will never stop doing that.
Well, I'm just citing an example of a price point.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Um, yeah, the $1.50 hot dog and soda is a lose thing. It's just to get you in the door. But yeah, they
Yeah.
make their money. They do make their money. But yeah, the price of goods is just going up. It's not, you know, bread is now 50 to 75 cents more per loaf. And that's just bread.
Wow.
So, and my gas is still expensive up here, you guys. I spend like close to 3.70 a gallon for a regular.
Wow.
Dang. I don't know what I paid for gas. My wife went and got it today. I didn't leave the house today. She always takes my car.
Oof.
I don't pay that much attention to it. I throw in like $20 a week, get me back and forth to work. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not going to get picky about. I got to buy it one way or another. So I mean, What's the difference?
My
It's a
kids live 45 minutes away, and I make that trip twice a weekend.
Oh wow. So you have to pick up and deliver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I I I,
that's a
I
story for not alive at this point.
yeah, that I've never understood how that works. Why is that fair for one parent to do both journeys every time? Because one of my daughter's friends got married and divorced and had two kids, and they moved away, so they have to make the trip back and forth to drop the kids off down here by us, which I think is I go, you work full time. This and her ex doesn't even work, so he has no job, but yet he can't go pick up his kids and deliver them. I don't understand the mentality on that.
Yeah, well, uh, at first it was because she didn't have a car, so then I bought her a car. Then it was because it didn't have tabs. Now the car's broken down, so it's just been a thing.
Yep, it's a never-ending saga. I get it. Bust out the violins.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm still gonna go and get them because I want to see them.
Oh, of
So
course.
Yeah.
and I'm not the every other weekend dad or once a month dad. I'm the every weekend dad. Like I'm there every weekend, picking them up, dropping them off. They're worth every ounce of every bit of gas I spend driving to and from. I
Uh,
mean,
you're, you're preaching to
so
the choir, brother. That's I'm stacking for generational wealth. So I'm doing it for my two kids for when I'm no longer walking this earth causing trouble. Um, they got something to remember me by every time they need a hot water heater or a roof on the house or something.
yeah. So Skylar decided that she wants to change her YouTube name to. I believe she landed on LH Stacker.
Say that
Little
again.
LH Stacker.
LH Stacker. Okay.
LH Stacker for Skylar. LH Stacker. So Little Humble Stacker is what she landed on for her YouTube name. So we'll be
That's
changing that
cool.
next weekend. So that's what she wants to do. I was thinking like Princess Prospecting and Rock Hounding because she really likes rocks and doing gold, but she really wanted to reflect her relationship with me. So that was cool.
Daddy's girl.
Yeah,
Daddy's girl. You gotta love it.
yeah,
Nothing wrong with that, brother. I got
yeah,
two daughters, so I understand the love.
yeah. So it's pretty awesome. She mentioned that, and I thought, because I gave her, I'm like, what about like, prospecting? Because you like to pan for gold and stuff. She's like, yeah, no, I want to do something around stacking. You know, uh, and something with your name, humble, like. Because I'm like a mini you, so mini me, humble stacker, and I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't work. Let's try for something else. So yeah, just LH Stacker for her. So that'll change next weekend, and she'll be panning some pay dirt next weekend. So that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Treat her, get her started young. She does chores for Silver Roosevelts, and she's excited about stacking silver and gold. So I'm glad that I'm glad she's got that drive at her age. She's 11. It's just really
Nice,
cool.
nice work ethic.
My oldest could care less. She could care less about silver and gold, anything else like that. She just doesn't care about it. But Skylar is all about it. She loves it. So,
All right, I'll be right back.
oh, no problem, brother. No problem. So yeah, I mean, something to teach her, and stacking it'll help her with saving as well. Just the discipline behind it, and
Hmm.
so ultimately at the end of the day, she's learning good life skills as well, and put money away in the process. How can you complain? Think about what
Yeah,
her stock will be like when she's 47.
yeah. There you go. Yeah. Do you even think they'll even have Social Security or anything like that by the time they get to our, or at least to my age, at least? I know you're probably quite a bit younger than I am. I think.
I'm 47. I'll be lucky if they'll have Social Security when I need it.
Yeah, I was worried about if I was going to get it, but I hit the marker on Christmas Eve, so I'm in by default.
Well, that's good. That's good. You made it.
And you said, hey, Liberty's out here in California right now, right?
I believe so. Yeah, doing some family stuff.
Well, there you go.
What am
Is
I?
it?
What are you talking about, George? What are you? I'm half alien and I'm half stacker.
Well, so George is about the same age as you are then. Looks
Yeah,
like
he's
46.
46.
Nice.
Yep, half alien, half stacker. Yep. I had
Hey,
to change it up. Rhonda, for some reason, couldn't hold the loose gold with that vial very well without falling over all the time like a drunken. So I had to change it up and give her the coin back. She can at least hold that in one place without falling over like she's inebriated.
there you go. Hey, George Olson. That's how I'm. That's why I'm taking Social Security now. It's a bonus. So it's just going to the. It's giving me my dollar cost averaging every month. I get a check coming from the government that lets me get more shiny stuff.
Yeah, my stack is just my savings account. And honestly, if I didn't stack, I wouldn't have this in my savings account. I'm just a horrible saver. So this just forces me to save. I get to buy something shiny, and it just goes towards metals. So it's just another way for me to just move my money from that filthy fiat currency to something shiny and nice.
Exactly. Yeah, we're $28 away from having $4,600 gold. So
How can you complain about that? $4,600 gold. I
I
still
know.
don't have a big 1 ounce piece here at this house, but um, yeah, just who'd have thought? Who would have thought?
Well,
I want to
I'm,
try panning. Panning is very fun, Mandy. There's nothing like washing a little dirt over some gold, and then that dirt washes away, and there's just gold there. And you have the golden smile, just smiling at you, saying, "Hi, look at me." And gold is very heavy. People don't realize how heavy gold is. So a little bit weighs a lot, especially when it comes to placer gold, because you would think that, you know, 2 grams of gold would be bigger than this, but it really isn't because of how heavy it is.
yeah, I'm never going to complain too much about with the weight of gold.
It just it looks like it looks smaller than it is all I'm trying to get at. You know, the amount of gold you have is always less, looks like less than it actually weighs.
Yep. True statement. True statement.
But I finally got an LBS poker chip, so I can finally represent the rest of the metal mob up here. Now we just need to get thinking about getting ordering up another series of poker chips and getting one like this.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting for the magnets.
Those gold rocks are sick. Yeah, they are. They are definitely sick. Definitely nuggets.
Do you go to the same place every time you go panning, or do you just buy those bags and do it at home?
Well, I actually I've gone out in the wild and done it at home, but most of the gold that you see here is from Peters, from getting them at home. I won't forget, Raspberry. I'm waiting for your stuff to get to me from OC so I can send it to you.
Oh yeah. In fact, it's sitting right here. I got incredibly busy. But yeah, it's all sitting here. It's all going out tomorrow. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 8 packages here going out tomorrow.
Cool, cool. Hi,
So
Sherry.
Hey, Raspberry. Hey, Sherry.
Sherry Ward, my first stalker.
George, most placer gold test anywhere between 14 to 18% on average. You can find some load claims that do give richer gold than that. However, most of the time your average is anywhere between 14 to 18%. You normally hit around 16% on average.
So why do they call it placer gold?
It's the type of gold it is. Uh,
It,
placer gold in a lot of cases is you have a tendency to get smaller pieces for starts. You know, like a lot of flour gold is placer gold. Load claims you get bigger chunks, things like that.
so is it when you see so when you put the what you have or a nugget under or in an XRF machine, does it show uh, 74 karat, 22 karat? I mean, how does
It
it
would
measure
say
out?
it would most of the time you're hitting around 75%, around 74 karat. Well, I mean, it would say
So 74. So that's about. So
16 karat is typically what you would hit
that's
most
okay.
of the
That's
time.
that's so the gold that you find isn't necessarily pure gold.
No, no,
It's got it's
it's
got
got
other metals mixed in it with it.
it's got the first things first is when you melt it, you put the borax in, which pulls most of the impurities out. Then after that, you've got a bar or bullet or whatever, button or whatever, and that itself is gold and silver. But
So
it's
it's interesting that you say that because I went to my smelters last week and I watched him. I always see them put borax with silver, but I very rarely see them do it with gold. And he had done it with my gold. I go, why are you putting borax in with gold? And he said, what happens is, if the flame gets too hot, it actually will float. It'll get into a different form and float away. And you'll actually, that's how people, when you melt, will lose weight when you melt. When you have the jewel and you melt it down, that's how you lose weight is by evaporating away. So he said the borax puts something on the metal so it won't float away. So you'll get your, so like when we weighed my gold before I melted it and after, I was like point 0.1, point 0.2 off of what we measured, which isn't, we didn't lose hardly anything. Is
okay.
how is it? That's how it was explained to me from my smelter just the other day, just to give you it. And I'm not saying you're right or he's wrong or whatever. I'm just telling you what he told me. That's all.
So like you can watch. So like Allie, she gets gold from Alaska. She brought that gold to her smelter. Her smelter put it in the smelt, put a bunch of borax in, pulled a bunch of impurities out of it, took that silver and gold bar to the person selling it. He tested it, 999,999, sent it off the rest of the way for the separation.
Yeah. Well, to refine it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but that's my understanding, anyways. But the
Yeah.
borax does pull most of that, a lot of that stuff out. The black sands, the dirt,
Yeah, full of garbage.
all the garbage out of it.
Have you? Hey, speaking of that, Cardi, have you melted down your gold yet and done anything with it yet? Or are you still waiting?
No, I'm still waiting. I got to get a whole different setup. I got to do it with torches and the proper crucible. I'm not going to go put it in that big furnace. I'll fucking know I'm going to wind up losing some of it. So I want to
Yeah.
keep it as small as possible.
Are you gonna get one of those like those porcelain? These you see them a lot when people are melting small bits of gold. They put it in like
Yeah,
that little porcelain thing, and they just put the
yeah.
torches in
Actually,
it.
I
Yep.
I got one right here.
Yep. Yeah. So
I put
that's
pennies
what
in
they
it.
melted. That's what they melted my jewelry in last week at the smelters. They just pulled one of those out.
Yeah, I gotta get the jeweler's torch. I gotta get a nice setup. Because you gotta be careful. So it's nothing ready to rush into. I'm gonna take my time and learn a little bit more about it. Gold's too expensive to screw up.
Well, I hear you on that, brother. I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah,
But
that was what
I
I'm talking
got
about.
over an ounce that I can melt up and make a nice button out of.
What am I doing? What am I looking for? What the hell? All right, I'll be right back, you guys. Give me a sec.
No worries. The broke stacker is, looks like he's calling that a couple. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Let me see here. I might have to go back and Nope, I don't have to refresh. Where are you, bro? I don't know what they call it. I thought it was just like a little crucible. But that came with actually came with my my furnace kit. No, that one didn't. This was that was a separate kit I bought because it came with its own tongs and everything like that. And I tried to do it, with map gas. Just I was trying to do silver in it. That's before I even got my furnace. And it's just
Yeah.
it takes so long. It's like no. I said I got to get a furnace. So I
Yeah.
want to pour some shit.
Yeah. Hey, George family. So I do not have to have a license to bring my metals into my smelter. I can just walk right in off the street. Well, most people can. Um, my guy he'll do business with anybody that walks through his door. So I'm pretty lucky with that. I don't need a tax ID. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. I know Florida is the only state I know for sure that requires you to have that, or the smelters won't even let you come in. And then they scream that their insurances won't let customers go back them while they're doing it. Because you have to be able to watch them what they're doing with your stuff, because it's too easy for them to, if you hand them a handful of jewelry or a bag full of it, a piece suddenly comes out and they weigh it, and then they weigh it before and after, and it comes out different. So, not that I
Yeah.
don't trust them, but I don't. But when it comes to this kind of business, you have to have your head on a swivel to some level. I mean, it's. I wish that the world was a perfect place and I could walk.
Somebody's gonna be tempted to they're never even gonna notice this ring gone.
There you go. In a nutshell, that's what I'm saying. So. Um, I like to think the best of people. I give people the benefit of the doubt every time and any time I deal with anybody. But when it comes to business, this is what I tell people all the time. We can be friends and chat and be the best of buds, but when it's business, hey brother, okay, this is how I do it. You got to take care of your family. I got to take care of mine. This is business. This is what I'm selling this for. This is what I'm willing to take. If this is what you're paying, I agree to the percentage that you're offering. Then we'll do business. If I think it's too high or too low, but I've been very fortunate. My guy is consistent every time I walk in. He's at the point where I don't even go to my other people anymore. He's he's
That's
ear-
good
he's
that you
earned,
have that.
he's earned my trust, and I've already sent 4 other business associates over, and every one of them has called me up and said, "Hey, thank you, dude. This guy pays better than anybody else. He lets you walk. He'll sit there and walk you through every process, and if you have a question about anything, he'll stop and answer it and show you, or you know, explain what's going on." So I get it. So this is where I call them out on. I said, hey, I'm turning in Eagles to you. My Eagles have the gold value is X amount of dollars, and you're paying X amount back. But what about the silver value that you're getting in? How do I get paid on that? And he flat out said, you're not. I'm paying for the gold, and the silver is a byproduct of me. My cost of oh my gosh.
Production.
Refining it. In other words, pulling the silver back out of it to make it pure. But most of these guys don't do that. Gold Eagles test out 91.7 when you go take them in. So they pay you 91%, 91.7 of value of gold at whatever weight it is that you're turning in, how many grams, and they always cash you out by the gram. So you're getting paid 91.7% on 31.1 grams of gold, because that's what an eagle. But the silver that's in there, the counterbalance it to make it stronger, I don't get paid on that, and neither does anybody else.
Well, it's probably a fine, minute amount anyway, right?
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's why when you go turn in when you scrap your jewelry, you have 10 carat, 14 carat, 18 carat, blah 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 blah. You get a percentage of that, and whatever's in there to make that gold stronger, whether it be copper, zinc, silver, that's a byproduct of the metals. Basically, he gets those metals for free and gets paid on them after he refines it. Or if he doesn't even refine it at all, he might just send the coins out as they are and not refine it. There's all kinds of fun little parameters.
Huh. Well, everybody's got their process. Everybody's got the way that they do it.
Yep,
It sounds
exactly.
like it sounds like you got a great relationship with this guy. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
nice to
he's
have
I
nice
definitely
to have
cut my
somebody you can
boss.
trust. Nice to have
Yeah,
somebody you can trust.
yeah. And well, I don't. Have you ever been to a smelter? Have you ever dealt with that end of the business yet, or you're just
No,
doing
I haven't done any
yours?
of that yet.
Hey, what's happening,
No.
avocado stacker?
Maybe I will. So one day, one of these days, I'd like to at least go. But I'm in Florida, so I probably wouldn't be able to even see shit. You know, maybe it'll be a trip to California.
Yeah, well,
I'll
we
come
can put
hang
that
out
on
with you, and you can
the
show me.
agenda to go. Yeah, to go down there and go do it. It's definitely an all day adventure. Um, it's not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you, because LA is an entirely different animal.
Oh, I can just imagine.
I'm not a big fan of LA. If I don't have to go, I really don't want to. And I usually do. I always go strapped, and I'm always with somebody else.
Almost definitely. I mean, I couldn't even imagine living out there like that. Why you gotta come to Florida, man?
Strapped and always with somebody else. I live in an open carry state, so I can walk around strapped as much as I want.
Well, I'm in California. So so I've kind of done the research on the laws out here, and I'll tell you this, that in California you can apply for a concealed carry, and I qualify for a concealed carry. And I was in the process of getting my license until the state of California, in their infinite wisdom, decided to release the names of all the people in California that have a concealed carry. That's when I stopped the process and I looked into the law, and it says clearly that if I'm caught with a firearm and it's registered to me, all it is a slap on a wrist and a fine. There's no jail time. I don't lose my firearm. I don't lose anything. So it falls under the category of I'd rather be judged on 6 and not carried by 12. Or wait, how's that go? I think I have that backwards.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the
So,
carried by 6 is, in other words, I'd rather have my firearm with me than be carried to my resting spot prematurely. Does that make sense?
Well,
yeah, I
for
know
sure.
exactly where you come from. It's worth a little fine to make sure that you're safe and your
There you
family is
go.
safe.
There you go. Yeah, they're not going to haul me out to jail. I'm not going to get anything. It'll be in my record for that I had one on me, but I can think of worse things to be accused of. I've never, I don't drink. I've never drink and drive. I've never got a DUI. The worst thing I've ever gotten is a speeding ticket. So
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't have to have a permit to carry either. I'm
yeah,
licensed and everything, but yeah, no permit necessary in Washington.
yeah. Like I said, every state has its advantages and disadvantages. That just happens to be mine. But dude, I'm looking. So this is what I said. I argue with. I'm watching people complain all across YouTube. All of our coin people that are all complaining about snow and how cold it is, and it's 4 degrees. I just looked at my weather next week. There isn't one day below 70 degrees. So You can't have to pick and choose your battles like you do with your kids. I choose to stay in California and enjoy the lovely weather, and not let the politics ruin my day.
Oh, I
Or you
yeah,
can just move to Florida.
Yeah, you
I
guys
live
have
in
great weather.
Washington. It rains all the time. I don't complain about it though. It's where I live. I mean, I get it. If you don't like where you live, don't live there no more.
The thing I can't get past in like Washington, Seattle area, you guys probably 85% of your days are always gray skies. Would you agree with that, or am I a little off?
Uh, well, so it doesn't rain. I mean, it rains a lot, like frequent, but it doesn't rain a huge amount. But it is kind of gray, but it's part of the way, it's just part of where I live. But when it's sunny, it's beautiful. And for the 3 to 4 months that we have really, really good weather, people are really, really taking advantage of it. And it's those times are worth the great times.
So what I'm getting at is just the fact that you have a lot of gloomy days. And I love living in California, and I love waking up and going outside and I see blue skies 90% of the time.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. You live where you live. I'm
Yeah.
not complaining. I mean, I don't complain about my weather at all because I'm used to it. I've acclimated to it. My kids live here. Probably one of the reasons why I still live in Washington. If I didn't have children in Washington, I would have moved a lot closer to a lot of my stacker friends or my prospecting friends because everybody I kind of deal with on YouTube is halfway across the country. So I mean, if I didn't have my children here, I could potentially live somewhere else. But ultimately, and that's not for the weather, that's just because of how expensive it is here. It's really expensive to live here, you know.
Yeah.
And with the new metals tax, when I'm buying silver from now on, it's going to be exclusively from my LCS who still takes care of me or
Hmm.
essentially. So that way I can help avoid that Washington State premium tax that they're charging, like 10.8%. Which,
That's insane. I'm only at 7.75 here in Orange County. So in LA County, I think it's 9.25. So
I
every
mean,
county has.
it's still at the end of the day, it's just the cost of doing business. I live in a state that charges me tax now on precious metals. It is what it is. If I want to stack still, then I pay that price. It's not something that my small one little voice, even though I jumped up on that bill and I signed on that and everything, my one little voice really isn't going to pay a whole lot of difference. So I'm going to end up paying anyways because I want to stack. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Are you born and raised in Washington?
No, no, I was actually born in Cedar Sinai in California,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yep.
uh, raised in Oregon, and live in Washington. I'll probably retire in Alaska. Just work the whole damn West Coast.
No kidding. You want to retire in Alaska? What takes you to Alaska?
Yeah, where's the whoa? That cold.
See, I would rather it too cold than too hot, honestly. So
Oh hell no. I
yeah,
can't
well,
stand the cold.
Yeah, I'm with you. And so some
I
people can take
cannot
it, some
stand the
people
cold.
can't. Yeah,
It gets
same
to
here.
70. It gets down to about 70 degrees down here. 65 degrees. I got my leather jacket on. It's like no.
You're funny, dude. Yeah, it gets down to what 64 the other day, and I had my I have one of those vests on, one of those down jacket that's it's real thin, but they keep you super warm.
Yeah, I know
So
what you're talking about.
I put that on the other night, and I go, this is ridiculous. I'm listening to these guys saying it's 4 and 8 degrees, and I'm in my garage pissing and moaning that it's 64 degrees, and I got a jacket on. I just laugh at myself.
That's what our body does. I mean, hell, that's the only time you get to wear the damn leather jacket anyway. I mean, I get to wear it, what, maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Well, there you go. That is a true statement. I don't wear jackets very often.
I got 2 nice leather jackets in my closet, and I hardly ever wear them.
Yeah, see, it looks like I'm not the only one that doesn't like the heat. There's a lot of people in chat that are very similar to me. I just, when it's too hot, I can't handle it. It's too much for me.
I, don't know,
So,
I find it a lot easier to cool off than to warm up because once your bones get cold, I mean, you can take a hot shower, you can put on as many clothes as you want, you can have the heat cranked up. You're going to have that cold in your bones all day long.
Dude, I'm gonna spell it out for you. So here it is for me. If my feet are cold, I am cold. Like I'll hang out in the garage. I always have flip flops on, but then I go to bed. It takes for I have to go put socks on so my feet will warm up because I can't go to sleep until my feet are warm. It's just a quirky thing with me. So when you say that, I can definitely identify.
Cartier would have never made it on the streets of Chicago as a mobster.
Well, if we're all
No.
telling truths here, neither would I. So that's okay.
Holy crap. Well, yeah, listen, here's my theory. There's only so many clothes you can take off, but you can always put more clothes on. So, cold, yes. Hot, bad. Real bad. Me and Humble and the hot don't get along very well. So, cold better for me. But to each their own. You acclimate to your, you get used to your environment. So if you move to Mexico, it only take you a month or two before you got used to the heat. I mean, ultimately, it just takes time anyways to where I would get used to it. So I just prefer cold.
Yeah. Hey, good night, Daryl USA. Daryl's checking out. Take care,
Later.
brother.
Take care, brother. Glad to see you come by.
Hey, I see.
26 people in the chat right now. That's awesome. Thank
I
you
see.
all for being here.
Yeah, I see Saint Nixon here. I know he's. I think he sent me an email, whatever. Or he got my product. Hey, can you let me know if you? I can't remember where we left off. I think you sent me your email. And I think I sent you my product. I just want to make sure you got it okay. And then
Later.
everybody else who from last week is sitting in sitting right next to me. It's going out tomorrow morning. Yeah, I guess I
85
don't.
and dry is better than 85 and humid. You are correct, Greg. That is a
Yeah,
fact.
my daughter
You like
graduated from Alabama a few years back, and she graduated during the summertime. And I swear, I got out of the shower, dried off, and I was soaking wet by the time I got dressed again. So I
Yeah.
agree that kind of wet heat is insane. That's why I don't do Florida. Like, California is kind of a wash between Arizona, where it's dry heat and no one complains about it. But
Yeah, dry heat's a little different. So when I was younger, we went down to El Paso to get my mom, and we were there for a month and a half to 2 months, and it was a dry heat. So you got used to it a whole lot faster. So like when I went to Cancun, we laid over in Houston, and the minute you stepped off the plane in Houston, my pants literally stuck to my legs. It was horrible. It was the worst feeling. It was like 98% humidity when we got off the plane in Houston, and you choke on the air. It's so bad.
Oh,
I
it's like
just
walking into an oven, dude. There's times down here in Florida where you'll walk out that front door, you swear you're walking straight into an oven.
oh
About
yeah,
June, July,
hmm
August, it gets bad.
looks like a lot of people are taking off. Stack that gold took off, or is taking off. Good night, brother. Raspberry is going to take off. She's having a good night. Get some
Night
good sleep.
raspberry.
Daryl was taking off. Silver Serpents is taking off as well. You guys, I guess it's getting close to that time for us, anyways. So I can see why people are starting to fall off. It's getting kind of late for them.
yeah,
Thank you all for being here. Avocado looks like he's taking off too.
yeah.
Cartier still don't say what part of Florida. He's in what part are
Fort
you?
Myers.
Yeah, Fort Myers.
I'm
Is
on
that
the
the place
West
where they,
Coast.
is that the place where they say men are men and sheep run? Is that the same place?
No, not Fort Myers. Gators are scared though.
Avocado sticking around. Cool. Thank you. Sherry Ward, you are a trooper. 1:46 a.m. for Sherry. That's the same time that Cartier's looking at too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm at 146.
yeah. I think Sherry Ward, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're what, Michigan, I think? I think it's a state that starts with the M, if I remember correctly.
Dan Nick's still here. Got a bunch of mobsters still in the house. Thank you all for being here still. Stack That Gold says he wants to go to SeaWorld. I've been
Yeah,
to
no.
SeaWorld. It's fun
Oh,
once or twice.
oh, damn, George. You know, I used to live. I spent 20 plus years in Newport Richie.
Nice. I threw out an open invitation to Stat That Gold and Tuli Tuli. Come out in February, go to the coin show with us, and I'll cook my prime rib meal and make them my homemade tiramisu for dessert. Tuli's taking a rain check, and Stat That Gold is probably gonna let me know one of these days.
Yeah, no shit, George. I used to live off of Little Road on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, Sherry Ward, Michigander, my whole life.
Yeah, so I
Born
wasn't
and
far off.
raised.
Nice.
Mandy says it's almost 11. It's getting late. SeaWorld in San Diego may be better. At least it was back in the early 2000s. That's what I was going to say too. SeaWorld is better in San Diego. I don't know if it's because the marine life is better or if it was the trainers, but it seemed like I saw a better show. But like I said, it's fun to go a couple of times, but it's really touristy, too touristy for me.
Hmm.
But so was Disneyland and Magic Mountain. You know, Knott's Berry Farm. I don't know.
Yeah, I grew up with Knott's Berry Farm, like about 20 minutes from my house. So
Yeah, I mean, I went to all those when I was growing up.
yeah, same here. Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, and Magic Mountain. Take your pick.
I think Knott's Berry Farm and Magic Mountain are funner than are more fun than Disneyland. But
Well,
I don't like the big parks. There's too many people. I can't stand it.
I don't mind too many people. It's just a lot of ground to cover, especially in like when you're trying to do it in one day or
well,
whatnot.
Magic
I mean, it's just a
Magic
lot.
Mountain, Magic Mountain. You're either walking uphill or downhill. There's no flat parts of Magic Mountain.
That's true.
So you if you're not used to exercising, you go to a Magic Mountain, you're gonna be limping the next day. I promise.
I couldn't do it.
I'm just meaning the attraction itself. I would say the attractions at Magic Mountain are more thrilling. You know, wooden roller coasters, things like that, where you don't have that same stuff at Disneyland.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but Disneyland's just more modern. Knott's Berry Farm's old school. Um, Going to Mrs. Knott's for the chicken dinner. Can't beat that stuff.
No, no, I can't say that you can. Or like I mean, even the turkey leg you get at Disneyland is still awesome. You know, I mean, it's the food you get there is still insanely good, but just really, really commercialized and overpriced.
Yep. Will not argue with you on that one bit.
See, I haven't done any of the Disney worlds, so I haven't done any Universal Floridas or anything else like that. So I can imagine that there's better ones out there. But you're raising three daughters, Disneyland and Toontown and Princess Land is all the important stuff that they
Yeah,
need to make sure
that's all
they.
I want to go to. Universal Studios is pretty cool too. I like Universal.
Coasters are fun, George, depending on the coaster. Like when I went to Vegas, I we went to Circus Circus, and they have a theme park inside there. They have the only double loop, double corkscrew indoor roller coaster in the world, which was really fun. It really was.
Who has that?
Circus Circus.
In Vegas.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and they still have like trapeze artists and stuff doing stuff above the game room, the game floor. So like when you're like in the gaming room, you look up, you still see the circus going on.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas in probably 12, 14 years easy. I gamble every time I go buy big lots of silver and gold, hoping that the price stays somewhat level. That's enough gambling for me.
Sherry, if you flow with them instead of against them, it's really not that bad. I've got two current teenagers, and Skylar is 11, going on 17. So,
Aren't they all though? I went through 2 teenage girls. Trust me, I know.
is she what's
not
what's
yet.
the she still listens to dad and doesn't come back with her own argument yet?
Oh no, no, she so Skylar still has her own. I mean, she can argue her own points and do all that other stuff, and she definitely has her own opinion on things.
Hmm.
But still, yeah, she's still at an age where I can look at her and be like, "Excuse me," and she'll straighten up pretty quick. Now, my
Yeah.
17-year-old and my 15-year-old, that's a completely different story. I actually just put out a short about
Yeah, I
me,
saw that.
yeah, me looking at my daughter going, "What's up with your attitude?" and then realizing that we're the exact same person. So,
That's funny.
yeah, because she looks to be the other, we got in an argument, and I'm like, "Excuse me, young lady, don't talk to me like that. Why? You talk to me like that, I can talk however I want." I'm like, "What are we? Excuse me? No, yeah, excuse you. Okay, give me your phone." No,
Yeah.
Dad, no. Give me your phone now.
Yeah, you lost a part of argument when you said that.
Yeah, so things were uh, things were a little different after that, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's yeah, yeah, yikes, not the phone, right? I know. That was she couldn't talk to her best friend, her mom, her boyfriend, you know. That was a rough night for her.
Yeah, not my circus and not my monkeys is what I tell my kids.
It is what it is. You act up,
Yeah.
I pay for that thing, I bought it, it's the one tool that I have that I know will devastate you if I actually have to pull that card. And I hope you realize that you let it get way too far, and I had to pull that card. So maybe you should have zipped it when you needed to. That's
Well,
how I
you,
look.
you have you actually have two cards. You also have a bedroom door that you can take off.
Oh yeah, but see,
I've done that. I've done that.
I gave for the bedroom for the privacy aspect of it alone. So I really can't do that. I mean, that's the whole reason why she is in the bedroom that she's in. So like I live in a 1 bedroom, and when they're here, she gets the room because it has a door on it, and my other daughter sleeps in this huge walk-in closet that I have that she converted to a bedroom. So
Yeah.
I live in a small apartment. I live a very humble life, and I'm simple. Simple is easy for me. Simple is easy for everybody.
What's going on, Gary?
Hey, Gooba Gary. Hey, I got your package here. It's good. It's going out tomorrow.
Yeah, she can't survive without her phone. That is that's the reason why it was the last straw.
That's your
So
ace in the hole, dude. You got to keep it.
yeah, well, until she gets her job. But I mean, think about it. I'm going to be able to do things for her that my parents weren't able to do for me. Like, I'm going to buy her first car, where my parents couldn't do that. So I'm going to be able to do things for her and supply things for her that I didn't get. But that kids take for granted nowadays, which is insane. It's insane how kids just assume they're getting a car when they get their license. Where I had to get a job and earn that stuff and buy it myself. Where kids just nowadays, because of what their friends get, it, so they assume they're going to get it, and it's just crazy. It is crazy. I'm glad you guys don't have to raise kids through these times. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah,
Well,
I
my
see a lot of
kids.
the kids. I see a lot of the kids at work. I mean, it's so weird. I mean, a lot of them don't even want to drive. They don't care. They don't want to. They don't want a car. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's like you're 20 something years old. How the hell do you get around? Oh, Uber or friends or something like that. It's like, damn, the first thing we ever wanted. As soon as we hit 15, it's like, come on, can we go get my learner's permit? Can we get my learner's permit? It's like we lived to get a car just so
Absolutely.
you get the hell away and have some freedom.
Yeah, so Madison wants to get her license. Here's the reason why she has not done it. And I love her to death for it, but I told her that this is not anything that she should be concerned with. She knows that it's going to cost $500+ for her um, classes, and she doesn't want to have us have to pay that out of pocket cost if she can just wait until she's 18. And I'm like, honey, I already told you I would pay for that anyways. That's not even an issue. You need to just, if you want to drive, sign up. So let's get it done. If you want to wait till you're 18, then wait till you're 18. But let's get moving. Let's get your license. Let's get a car, and let's get you behind the wheel of your own vehicle. And so finally, she's on board to where she's going to take it soon. But I mean, her birthday's in November, so she's like waited way longer than she probably should have. But that's her, and bless her heart, she just wanted me to have to pay the money for it. But that's the reason why she hasn't done hers yet. I mean,
Well, that's sweet.
yes.
Hmm.
I
Damn,
mean,
we never even had to do any of that crap. We didn't have
I
to go take classes or nothing like that. It was
I know,
mom and
man.
dad would take you out, show you how to drive. My dad had a old piece of shit pickup truck he gave me. I grew up on motorcycles. I got my first bike when I was 10, so I knew how to drive. It was just how to learn how to drive a regular vehicle. But I grew up on back roads and dirt roads, so I had that beat up pickup truck doing Dukes of Hazzard shit all over the place. By the time it was ready for me to hit the road, I was good.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
so yeah, I was driving well before it was time for me to go get a license as well. I mean, I grew up in the country, so I learned how to drive when I was 12 on a 1984 Subaru GL wagon with the push button 4-wheel drive manual. I mean, I remember that thing because I drove it all over the side of a mountain that I didn't think a car could go. That was, I mean, and that Subarus back then were just amazing. That's when the Subaru Brat was popular.
They were
It
tough cars, especially the 4-wheel drive.
yeah, it just that's what I learned how to drive on. So I knew how to drive well before it was time for me to get my license. So I feel you there, but we grew up in different times, and if we then
Yeah, I know.
things are a whole lot different. You know, we I remember running around the back seat of the car. Where nowadays, if somebody saw a kid standing in the back seat of a car, like the National Guard called.
Yeah, sleeping in the back window.
And I get it. safety, but I mean, it just times are just different. That's all.
If you were in the front, your seatbelt was mama's arm. That thing would go
Yeah.
over the top of you faster than anything else. Oh,
Getting smacked in public was common. Where nowadays, if you were to spank your kid in public, you're abusing your child.
Yeah, you'll have CPS called on you.
Oh, I had
Yep.
so like Madison one time. We were getting stuff ready for Skylar, our third daughter, and we were at Babies R Us, and we were buying stuff or looking to buy stuff, and I had Madison in the cart, and Chloe was with Whitney, and we're walking through the store, and Madison saw the toy aisle and wanted to go down the toy aisle, and I'm like, no, we're not going down the toy aisle, and she started throwing a fit. So I let that go on for about 4 minutes before I was done, and we literally walked out of the store without buying anything. Got in the car, and she's screaming in the car. And I told her, I'm telling her to stop. Got to a point where I pulled over into a parking lot, got out, got to the back seat, patted her on the butt, and some lady walked up to me and goes, I wonder what the police would think about you beating your child. And I said, why don't you give them a call? But you better hope they get here before I come over there and start talking to you about this. And she left. She left, and Madison stopped crying, and we went home. But I'll tell you, just people. Sometimes people need to mind their own, because honestly, a pat on the butt through a diaper for a child is more of a corrective status than more of a
it's a scare. It's a scare. It doesn't hurt them. It's the
Yeah.
noise.
than
And,
more of
and
a
you're not
pain.
and you're not beating your kid either.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you
There's
treat them
a
that
big
young,
difference.
all you have to do later is look at them, give them that look, and they know. Oh, I'm screwing up. I better
There's a
stop.
big difference between beating your child and corrective action. And so that's where a lot of people just need to understand that. Oh yeah, that's what it was like for Madison, and when she stepped up, that's what it was like for her too. I was done, and she just stepped in at the wrong time. I try to approach things a little more calmly when it comes to the people that I don't know, but when somebody walks up and says something like that to me, it was like, yeah, lady, you really just should just shut your trap and leave me alone, because now is not the time, because I was kind as to how I really wanted to treat her. I give the look. Yeah, well, the look didn't work with her. She was Karen 2.0.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, my
So
kids then I never had that look. I got very fortunate with my kids. I when they came of age and when you can talk to them somewhat of an adult, we just sat them down and told them how the world worked. And your parents love you unconditionally, and we want to give you everything, but if we give you everything, then you won't put any value into it. So what I hinged all my stuff on were their grades. I would say, look, if you do A's, you get $100 an A, and if you get straight A's, I double it. And if you guys want cars and you want cell phones and you want all this stuff, I will gladly provide it, provided that you stay in line and just be a decent human being. I'm not asking you to do anything extra. I'm not asking you to do chores. I'm just asking you to do good in school. Don't get in trouble, and your mother and I will pay for everything. Well, they both took AP classes all 4 years of high school. They both went to college. They both went and got their masters, and now they're both making, they're doing well in life. But I dangled the carrot of, if you want that phone, then don't act up. You want that car, I'll pay for the insurance. I'll pay for your gas. I'll pay for your nights to go out and go get something to eat with your friends. But I don't want to hear that you're out drinking with your friends. I don't want to hear that you let your friends drive your car. You guys just have to, you have to,
oh, there's
I mean,
got to be rules.
well,
There
just
definitely has
understand
to
that
be
there's,
rules, stipulations, and repercussions.
well, yeah, there's ramifications for your actions. So if keep your nose clean, don't cause me any grief. I don't have to go down to the jailhouse and bail you out of jail. You guys, it'll be nice and easy for your side and my side. And knock on wood, it went down. I couldn't have asked for anything better than what I got. So
Good night, Gary.
Night, Gary. My dad, my dad. So like, I remember all of my spankings for specific reasons. You know, um, you bring a note home from school for being bad in school. You got one for every mark on the note and one for the note. It was very clear what got you in trouble and what you didn't get in trouble for. I wasn't that kid that got in trouble all the time. I learned my lesson from the lesson before, so never doing the same thing twice. Not a very wild kid. I grew up in the country, so my friends lived miles away. I'd ride my bike a mile and a half to go talk to my friends if it wasn't on the phone. So things were different in those times, right? So, for one sheriff or two towns. If you got caught doing anything illegal, the sheriff did not arrest you. You know what he did? He brought you home. He brought you home because your dad was gonna whoop on you better than any legal system could do if that was the case. So it was pretty simple. The way things worked back then. So, and I say back then like I'm so old, but it was such a different time than it is now. It's just changed so much when it comes to how I grew up and how I have to raise my children now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
scary now. I wouldn't want to be raising kids these days.
Well, social media,
It was
changed.
bad enough. It was bad enough back in the day. My oldest son, at one time, he got himself into some pretty big trouble, and we freaking grounded his ass big time. And he's threatening, oh, I'm going to call HRS and I'm going to report you guys. I said, I'm going to tell you what. I said, after you make that call to HRS, you better call 911. I said, because I'm going to give him a fucking reason to come take you.
Yeah, I mean, things are much different now. uh,
crazy. All right.
so
I'm
Ethan,
gonna say goodnight. I got a busy day tomorrow, but
all right, man.
um, happy to come up with you guys and chat with you anytime I get a free moment. And good to see everybody in chat.
Yeah, it's nice to have everybody.
Yeah. And then, well, if I score you that silver, if anybody wants anything, I'll let you know.
I have a friend who's actually looking for some silver, so I'll be in contact, OC.
Yeah, I got some rounds and some 1 ounce rounds and bars. So hit me up.
All right,
And
I will.
I got some melters too. So whatever you guys need.
All right, I'll let you know. Thanks, bro.
All right, guys.
All right,
Have a great night.
appreciate you, my friend.
Have a good
Take
night.
care.
So Ethan, my dad was 6'2" and very large before he died as well. But there was a time when I was young, I watched him get in an argument with the guy that moved up here from California with us, and he met him in the Taco Bell parking lot, and the guy got out of his truck and grabbed an axe out of the bed of his truck. My dad looked right at him and said, "Hey, why don't you and me and that axe go for a walk and see what the fuck happens?" And the guy put the axe back in the bed of his truck and took off. And from that point on, there was literally nothing that could ever, change the way I looked at my dad when it came to stuff. Just a total, my dad's a badass moment, that will always stick with me. Like I'm sure my daughters have one of those moments in their head too that I can think of that they will never forget as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool when your parents show up like that and they remind you why they're your parents.
Yeah, my dad was ex-military, Air Force, Korean War, where he lost most of his hearing from fueling up jets. Then he was a cop. Then once his hearing got too bad, he became a prison guard. So when we were kids, we had to be freaking pretty goddamn sneaky to get away with anything.
Yeah, yeah. My dad, yeah, he was just one of those guys. You know, my best friend, especially later in life. Um, yeah, nothing I couldn't tell him that I had to worry about him going total, you know, flip the switch from I'm your friend to total dad mode. He would never do that to me. He was a total open door. You know, just the type of dad that you definitely wanted to have. Now, of course, expected a lot of me. You know, like when we were in a doubleheader and I was growing up. You know, hit the game-winning run, knocked it in. He looked at me and said, "You know, you could have taken him over the fence." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't." You know, but I still won the game. Don't talk to me like that. Smack me in the back of the head. You know, he expected me to do my best, and when I did just enough, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a proud moment, I guess, for him. Correctional officer. That's pretty cool, Sherry. But hey, we're at 2 hours and 11 minutes. What do you think Silver's gonna do this week, bro?
It's going to continue to climb, and hopefully, I'm still going to push for 100 by the end of the month, or at least between 90 and 100, somewhere in that area by the end of the month. If it keeps going the way, we're going to have to find out what happens in the morning when the U.S. market hits, and they try to freaking squash it.
Yes, I am hoping at this point that if they do try to squash it, it still stays above 80. And at that point, my prediction is 90 by the end of the week. I am going to definitely try to hit that prediction this time. So I hope that it happens. 90
So
by
where are
the
we at? Where are we at right now?
right
We still
now.
about 84, 85?
Let me look.
The foreign market still
84
going.
13.
84.30? Sweet.
413, yeah. So yeah, still above 80. Ethan, what are you looking at? 78, 88. Kitco has it at 84.13.
I'll check PCGS once I get off. I go by their thing because they're not selling anything. All they're doing is giving information. PCGS has a coin app. It's you can look up any U.S. coin that you want, and it tells you what the value is. It gives you all the different pictures. You can pick one out and compare it to what you have. Kind of give yourself an average of where you stand. Is it a 13? Is it a 20? Is it a 50? So it gives you a lot of pictures to be able to choose. And then the very bottom they have a ticker tape that says how much gold is running at and what silver is running at. So I mean they're not selling anything, so they're giving you the actual price.
Yeah, so right now it says most recent 76.89. Is that under index? Index most recent? Daily chart as of Friday.
Well, the one I'm talking about is it's called CoinFacts. It's from PCGS. It's an app that you actually have to put on your phone.
Oh, I just went to PCGS silver spot price, and I'm on PCGS.
It's probably going to be It's probably going to be the same. So, but if you go on all the companies like SD Bullion, Money Metals, shit like that, they're going to give you their price. They're not giving you what fucking real spot price is.
Yeah, I'm not going to them. Yeah, it says most recent 76.89. I don't know if that's what. Oh, that's of 1.8. So that's not even accurate.
But CoinFacts is a great app. I use it all the time. It's great if you're trying to look up an old coin, or if you're looking to buy one, and you kind of have an idea of what the condition is. You can look it up, see if it's priced right, And they also have the barcode for PCGS where you can scan your slabs and it'll verify it and tell you what it is and how much it is.
Yes, I was thinking 90 by the end of the week, not the end of the month. All right, you guys, but Metal Mobsters, we are going to take off. We're at about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I got to work
Al,
tomorrow. I know Cartier is not feeling very good, so thank you for hanging out with me for 2 hours, brother. I appreciate you.
all right, let me answer L. L, it is PCGS coin facts. But yeah, I appreciate it, my brother.
You too, man.
My stomach is fucking tore up. I don't know what the hell's going on. I hope it's not my ulcer again.
I hope not
I got
either,
these
man.
freaking. I got these goddamn cramps that are freaking killing me.
Well, you need to go. You
Yeah,
might
I
need to go.
know.
You go in. Don't I know me. Come on, man. Your health is the only thing you got. Silver don't matter, gold don't matter if you're not around to spend it. You feel me?
I know, mother. I know.
All right, man. All right, you guys.
All right.
We are gonna split.
Y'all have a great night. It's been great to see everybody here tonight.
Have a
George,
great night.
take care of yourself.
Thank you all for being here. I don't know, Ethan. I might be. Who knows? It depends. It depends. The ultimate goal is to get out of the silver and get into gold. So we'll see.
Y'all make sure you come by next week.
Next
We're
week
gonna have the giveaway.
we are giving away that Pac-Man
002.
1 ounce. So make sure that you guys are here for next week. Make sure that you go and you comment on. Make sure you go and you comment on that short. Listen, no $5 gold matters to your health. That's right, George. That's right. You guys all have a great night. Thank you all for being here. We will see you next week. We will be on LBS's channel next week. Other than that, you guys stack what you can, where you can, whether it be a dime, a quarter, a 50-cent piece, a 1 ounce if you can do it. Don't matter. Just keep adding to that stack. Keep to that plan. Cartier, you have a great night, brother. I love you. See you guys later.
You too. Y'all keep on keeping on, my friends.
Later, guys.
See ya.
On LBS, Liberty Bleach Silver, he has a short on his channel to enter for the giveaway for next week, Sherry. Cartier, see if you can drink water and baking soda, L says.
Thank you, Al.
All right, you guys all have a great night. We will see you all next week. Later.